Hello and welcome to today's Parkinson's Voice Group online exercises. So today we will be going through some vocal warm-ups to get our voice nice and ready. We'll be doing a reading exercise over a passage, and then we'll have a cognitive exercise, just some questions about the reading and some discussion points, and then we will have our cool down where we'll just cool down our voice and practice our long ahs to finish us out. So thank you all so much for joining us today. And just some tips on how to increase our voice level. So you'll want to take a deep, big breath before beginning to speak. And so this will just help you if you're reading a sentence or a passage or counting, just really anything, taking a deep, big breath will allow you to really just increase that voice and allow it to hold it for as long as possible. And you'll want to use your ab muscles to help force air out of the lungs. You'll want to make sure you maintain a good posture throughout the whole session, so that can just allow you to increase your voice level. And so just those little reminders throughout to make sure your posture is upright. You'll want to open your mouth when you're speaking, and so really just on any sound you'll want to over exaggerate your mouth position, whether that's at ah or e and pulling your lips back. Just really make sure you're over exaggerating those movements. All right, let's warm up. So the first thing we will do is we'll do our may, me, my, mo, and moos. And so you will just do it along with me. And so we'll do it 5 times. So you'll hear myself and yourself when you do these. So I will count us down, and then both together we will say them. We'll say them. So, a few tips before we start: make sure you're really making this continuous, and so kind of connecting and linking each word together, and make sure you're saying in your vocal range. So here we go. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Good job. Now we'll do it again. Make sure you use your loud voice. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Great job. Now 3rd time, doing it along with me. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Awesome job. 4th time. Here we go. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. All right, now last one. Make this one count. Remember to take a deep breath before. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Good job on those. We will keep moving along. All right, next we have our loud ahs, and so we will hold our ah for 10 seconds, and we'll do that as loud as we can 5 times. So it should sound a little bit like this. Ah. And so make sure your mouth is open wide, your posture is upright. And we will do those 5 times. And so for this one, I will do it first and then I'll cue you to go ahead and do it. So when it's your turn, you will just hear yourself and not my voice. So I will show you and then I'll cue you up to do one for 10 seconds and then I'll do one, you do one, etc. So let me get my timer out. All right, so I'll go first. Now your turn. Ready, set, go. And stop. All right, now it is, I'll do it. Ready, set. Now it's your turn. Make this one loud. Ready, set, go. Stop. All right, third time. I'm going to really make sure I take a big deep breath before on this one. Ready, set. Now your turn. Ready, set, go. Stop. Okay, now it is my turn. I'm going to take a drink of water before I do this one. All right, here we go. Ready, set. And your turn, last one. Make sure this one is the loudest one yet. Ready, set, go. Stop. All right, now we are moving on to our glides. And so for this one, for our glides, we will start in the low range and then glide to the high range, take a catch breath, and then glide from high to low. And so you want to make sure that you are doing these glides in your conversational speech range, and so nothing too high or too low that you wouldn't normally talk in. And so for mine, it'll sound a little bit like this. Ah, ah. If you need to stair step, you can do that to get from high to low and low to high, whatever is most comfortable for you. And remember to take a breath in between them. So we'll go ahead and get started, and I will do it first and then I'll pause for you to do it. So I'll cue you up when it's ready for your turn. And just make sure you're getting that good breath before and in the middle. All right. Here we go. So I'll go first. Ah, ah. And your turn. Ready, set, go. All right, second time. Ah, ah. Now your turn. Ready, set, go. All right, third time. I will go first. Ah, ah. Now your turn. Ready, set, go. All right, fourth time. Here we go. Ah, ah. Your turn. Ready, set, go. All right, last time. Make sure this one is your loudest yet. So I'll go first and then you go. Ah, ah. And your turn. Ready, go. All right, we are moving on to functional phrases. So I will say the phrase and then you will repeat after me. Make sure you're using your intent with these. So make sure you're saying each word deliberately and you're using intonation. So if there's a question, say it. If there's a question mark, say it like you're asking a question, kind of rising at the end. If there's an exclamation point, make sure you use that tone. So here we go. Repeat after me. Where are you going? I need help. I don't need any help. I'm hungry. Take care. Let's go. What's the weather like? What's going on? Pass the food, please. Turn off the light. Did you get that? Alrighty, now we are on to counting. And so, for this one, we just want to make sure our voice is a little bit above conversation level loudness. And really the point of this is just to string out the numbers, make sure they kind of run together and are smooth, and this will just allow you to talk for longer. So that's really the purpose of this. So we'll go ahead and get started. And so you'll just say the numbers along with me, and we'll do each line twice. So here we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And again. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Next row. 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. And again. 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Next row. 44, 48, 52, 56, 60. And again. 44, 48, 52, 56, 60. Next row. 64, 68, 72, 76, 80. And again. 64, 68, 72, 76, 80. And the last row, make this one the loudest. 84, 88, 92, 96, 100. And again, 84, 88, 92, 96, 100. All right. Take a quick water break. All right. Now we have our reading. And so for reading, we just want to, again, make sure we are using our intent. And so make sure that our voice is, that we're being deliberate and using intonation when we need it. And so just as we're reading along together, just take a breath when you need it, whether that's at the end of the sentence or at a comma, and just take, a breath when you need it. So we will start reading. Many of us have an opinion on what was the best year for music. Some people say it was 1824. This is when the composer Ludwig van Beethoven first performed his Symphony No. 9. Other people say the best year was 1969 because of hit songs by The Beatles, David Bowie, and Elvis Presley. The UK radio station Radio X recently conducted a survey and found the best year for music was 1991. This is because of the success of bands like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, R.E.M., Stone Roses, and Nirvana. The reason for 1991 being the Radio X survey's best year for music could be the average age of the listeners of the station. Many of the listeners were teenagers in 1991 and have great memories of that year. A psychologist believes people tend to stick to the songs they heard when they were teenagers. Dr. Catherine Loveday told the BBC why we like songs we first heard in our teens throughout our life. She said, "It's during these developmental years that we make many crucial life-changing decisions. We start significant long-term relationships and establish the cultural and political beliefs which form our identity." She added that music has an intrinsic capacity to regulate emotions, so these songs naturally become embedded in our important memories, both positive and negative, she said. People in their 80s and 90s show a better memory for things that they first experienced between the ages of 10 and 30. So, our first question to go along with that passage is, let's read it all together and the answers. Why do we tend to like songs that we heard in our teenage years? Select all that apply. A, our brains are wired to remember them. B, we make crucial life decisions. C, we start long-term relationships. Or D, form beliefs and values. I'll give you a minute and a half to think about that. All right, let's look at the answer. It is the last three. So A or B, we make crucial decisions. C, we start long-term relationships. And D, we form beliefs and values. Next exercise, let's read it together. List some artists and songs that were popular in your teenage years. I'll give you a minute to think about that. All right. I hope you can list off at least a few artists and songs that took you back, way back. So here are some that I searched and found from a variety of decades. So they are Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Vienna, Dolly Parton, Piano Man by Billy Joel, The Joker by Steve Miller Band, More Than a Feeling by Boston, Sundown, Baba O'Riley, and Into the Mystic by Van Morrison. I wonder if we got any of the same. All right, next. What has been the song in your teenage years that has stuck with you the most? Do you remember it because of the reasons stated in the article? Like, was it because of a long-term relationship or decision you made, or beliefs and values that started when you were young? So I'll give you a minute to think about those. That song. Alright, I hope that gave you enough time to think about the song that stuck with you most. And now we will do our cool downs, and so let's all together hold out our ah for 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. Ah. Alright, now we're going to hold out our long and loud ah. We're going to do that 2 times. And so I'm just going to count you down, and then I will count out in increments of 5 how far you've gotten to 20. And so all you will hear is my cue for you to go. So get ready. So hold out that ah for as long as you can. Ready, set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20. And stop. If you're still going, great. If not, if you got it above 10, that is really what we're shooting for. So, all right, we'll do it one more time. Make this one the loudest and longest yet. Ready, set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, and stop. Great job, and that is all that I have today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any ideas or questions, you can send them to Lindsay. Her email address is listed below. I hope you have a great